أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين واللعنة على أعدائهم من الآن إلى يوم الدين أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, I hope everyone is well. And inshallah, I will continue from where I left yesterday. So that's, and I will refresh everyone's memory what we did yesterday so that no one is confused. Right. So yesterday's session, what I did is that, let me just screen. So yesterday's session, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes.
So yesterday's session, I covered the past tense, and those who have joined today's first class, for me to be able to teach, I'm just trying to give an introduction for those who have just joined today, is that for yourself to understand the Quran, I think it's my approach. Many of you know that I have my own approach of teaching Arabic, and for me to teach Quranic Arabic or teach you the Quranic meaning of verses of the ayats and surahs, I believe it's important that some basic knowledge, of course, I will not teach the same way as I'm teaching the other courses, but this would be mainly focused on Quran. And for understanding the Quran, you need to have some basic understanding of the past tense verbs, the present tense verbs, and the imperatives, and the other patterns as well, so that you can appreciate when the Quran is using the past tense, the present tense, or the future tense itself. Otherwise, if I do the traditional method, which as many people do, they will just give you the actual translation and off you go. No, I don't think that's a very practical way of teaching it. So for this reason, today's session, tomorrow's session, and even tomorrow, if everyone is up for it, I may do one tomorrow session as well. I'll discuss it in the class, what you prefer. Personally, I would prefer to probably do 4 sessions just to get the introduction done. Once the introduction is launched, then I'll go through, as I mentioned, Surah Nas, Surah Kafirun, Surah Ikhlas, Surah Kawthar, all of the short surahs which we recite daily in our Salah. I would like you to become familiar with them, the tafsir of it. I'll give you the tafsir, either from Ayatollah Makarim Shirazi's tafsir, or either from Ayatollah Sayyid Tabatabai, Muhammad Tabatabai's tafsir, or Sheikh Mohsin Kirati's tafsir, Tafsir Noor. So I'll select what is the appropriate tafsir and then give you a commentary on that as well, so that you benefit from this great month of Shahr Ramadan, which has either a day or two before it comes, and the crescent of Shahr Ramadan we'll see, inshallah. So now in the past tense form, we started, okay, let me just check the box. So in the past tense form is that you will have a 3-letter verb, and we discussed this yesterday. Let me just bring someone on the mic so that rather than me repeating things, I have someone else repeating it. Can I ask Sister, what should I request? Agha Muhammad Razad was absent yesterday. Sister Zahra Rizvi, can you request yourself?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Can you just recollect for everyone what we just covered yesterday, just to relate it to today's topic as well, please?
So we have 14 forms of the past verb, in the past tense.
Yep.
And it's easy to break it down into third person feminine and masculine, second person feminine masculine, and then the first person. the endings will change accordingly. So starting with the third person masculine singular, we have fa'ala going on to fa'ala with an alif and fa'alu. And accordingly, if we just look at the table, it's very self-explanatory, but we just need to learn the endings to familiarize ourselves with anta and nahnu, huwa, hiya. And also one important thing to note is that the pronoun is absorbed into the ending of the past tense. So we don't need to say, like we do in English, he did. For example, third person masculine singular is just fa'ala, where the lam with a fatha or a zabar denotes here that he did.
Excellent, excellent. And also the translation of this, please.
So fa'ala, he did. Fa'ala, they both boys did. Fa'alu, they all boys did. Do you want me to continue?
Yes, please.
Okay. Fa'alat.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
She did. Fa'alata, they both females did. Fa'alna, they all girls did.
Excellent. Jazakallah. Thank you. Let me just bring someone else on the mic so that Sister Maryam. So that's one Sister Maryam on the actual class. Would you be able to kindly come, or someone called Matsuma iPhone? Or there's one called Zahra. You're a newcomer as well to the class. Zahra, would you be able to come on the mic?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Can you continue from the second form, please, Sister Zahra?
Okay, so for the second person, which in English is you, for the second person masculine, fa'alta,
Correct.
that is like you did. Fa'altuma, that is you both did.
Correct.
Fa'altum, you all did.
Correct.
For second person feminine, fa'alti, she did, you did for feminine.
Correct.
Fa'altuma, you both did for feminine. Fa'altunna, you all did for feminine.
Excellent. And then last two?
And the last is the first person. So fa'altu, which is I did, and it is same for both masculine and feminine.
Excellent.
Then there is fa'alna, we did, and fa'alna, we did.
Excellent. Jazakallah. Thank you very much for that. Brilliant. So that's with regards to the past tense. Now, we also another conjugation of fataha, which means he opened in the past tense. Of course, I'm not going to go through this today, but that's what we did. And then and the other thing before I start present tense, I just need to cover one more thing just for the newcomers. I'll send this slide in the group. Just let me just show yourself, and I'll bring two students. Can I kindly have two more new students? Can you put your hands up who are completely new to Arabic itself? Can you kindly put your hands up so that I can bring you on the mic, please? So new students who have no prior Arabic knowledge, can you come on the mics, please? So anyone, because there's so many names, I can't recollect who. So who would be able to come next on the mic, please? Muhammad Radha. Muhammad Radha, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Muhammad Radha, I would like you, we've done fataba, which has all the three letters in the past tense, with a fatha or a zabar. Now, there's another pattern as well for the past tense, which I need to mention, is that you can have a verb where the middle letter has a kasra, a zir, as we call it in Urdu. So alima, like the word ilm, alima means he knew. Can you kindly conjugate alima for me in the past tense form, please?
Alima, alimu, alimat, alimata, alimna, alimta, alimtuma, alimtum, alimti, alimtuma, alimtunna, alimto, alimna.
Excellent. Excellent. And all of this means he knew in the past tense form. Excellent. Now I would now request I'm going to just request this one called Mariam. Sister Mariam, would you be able to come on the mic? Or either Let's get Sister Alicia Fatima. Alicia Fatima, Assalamu alaikum. Sister Alicia, are you able to use your mic? Or if not, then Zainab Ramji. Sister Zainab Ramji, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
How are you, sister?
Alhamdulillah, jazakallah.
Bismillah, Sister Zainab. I would like you to do now is Alima, where middle letter has a kasra. Now there's another one which let's do this Alima because that would be good. Tafadali, Alima.
So which line you want me to read?
Let's conjugate Alima first, and then I'll do the next one, and then I'll move on to present tense. Alima means he knew. Bismillah.
Alima, he knew. Alima, they too knew. Alimu, they all knew, masculine. Alimat, she knew. Alimata, they too knew, feminine. Alimna, they knew, feminine. Alimtu, you masculine knew. Alimtuma, you too, male knew. Alimtum, you all, male knew.
Just one correction. One correction. It's alimta. You knew.
Alimta.
You said alimtu. Alimtu means I knew.
Alimtu. Alimta, yeah. Alimta, sorry. Okay, so now alimti, you knew, feminine. Alimtuma, you too, feminine knew. Alimtunna, you all, feminine knew.
Excellent.
Alimtu, I knew. Alimna, we knew.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm just going to send two things in the group just now so that you have this sheet to look at as well. So of course, in this sheet, you've actually got the present and the past tense. There are 6 patterns for the present and past together. That's not the aim which I want to teach here today, but I just wanted to make yourself aware. Now, there is one more student. Can I kindly request one more student to come on the mic so that they can participate, just to make everyone aware of the 3 patterns for the past tense, and then I'll move on to present tense. Can I request, Sister Nasreen Fatima. Sister Nasreen Fatima, Assalamu alaikum. Right, okay. Then I'll request then someone called D's, okay, that's gonna be D's iPad, I know her. Let's request Sister Maryam or Masuma Hassan. Masuma Hassan or Masuma iPhone.
Sheikh Masuma Hassan's me, but I'm at work. So
Okay,
is it okay if I passively listen?
Yeah,
Just
that's
trying to
perfectly
revise.
fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. Then can I have Sister Sabira? Sister Sabira or Sister Shanaz Aziz, any of them you can use. I know some people are listening passively because they're at work or something. Or Fatima. Sister Fatima, can you come on the mic, please? Fatima, okay, she hasn't got a mic. Right.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Bismillah. So, sister, what I would like you now to do is just to conjugate the past tense form, which is kabura. Kabura is the past tense form, which comes in the he became older. Kabura means he became older or he became big. So here, I just want everyone to, so the reason why I'm doing this is that when we go to the Quran, when this comes, everyone's familiar with the actual conjugation in the past tense. Bismillah, kabura.
Kabura, kabura, kabaru, kabrat, kabrat,
Kaburat.
kaburat, kaburata, kaburun,
Kaburna.
kaburun, kaburta, kaburtuma, kabartum, kaburti, kabartuma, kaburtunna, kaburta,
Kaburto.
kaburto, kabartuna.
So can you start from kaburta? You became big.
Kaburta.
Yep. This one here. Anta kaburta means you became big.
Kaburta, you become big. Okay.
This one here. Anta kaburta.
Kaburta, you become big. Antuma, kabartuma, you both become big.
Antum.
Antum, kabartum, you all
Correct.
become big.
Excellent.
Kaburti, you become big, female.
Excellent.
Kabartuma, you both became big, female. Kabartunna, you all become big.
Yep.
Ana kaburta, I
Ana
became big.
kaburtu. Ana
Ana-
kaburtu.
Ana kaburtu. I became big. Kaburtuna. We became big.
Nahnu kaburna.
Nahnu kaburna.
Okay, excellent.
We became big.
Excellent, Jazakallah. Now, the other thing which you will see here is that over in this chart, I like this chart quite. It's got so normally in any language you have two types of pronouns. You have the possessive pronouns, like my book, his book. But these ones are nouns which come with the noun, with the actual nouns. So any his book or book itself is a noun, and the possessive pronoun my, his is attached to that. But over here, huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna. So he, they both, they all. So these are the detached pronouns which represent he, they both, they all. So even in Urdu, English, Arabic, Farsi, we use this u, tu, shuma, or man. Man means I. So he, they both, they all. He, they both, they all. You, one boy, you two boys, you all boys. You one female, you two females, you all females. I and we. So these are the detached pronouns which can sometimes be used instead of a proper noun, like the name of an individual, Zaid, Bakr, Umar, whatever, Amr, and so forth. So this is the detached, but they wrote next to them, to the verbs, just to highlight that kabura, when it comes, is representing he. Kabura is representing two females, okay? So that is with regards to that. So I'm just refreshing everything and conclude, and then I'll move on to present tense. So the past tense, it can have three forms. One, it's having a dhamma in the middle, kabura. Number two, hasiba, as we did in the previous example before, alima, middle letter having a zir or a kasra. And then finally, it's having all of them fatah or zabra, fataha, as we have done earlier, okay? Fataha. That's that. Now I'm going to move on to the present tense. I'm just going to change the slide. Now, present tense. So of course, I'm going to cover much more in these classes than what I've taught in the other classes, because this is Quranic, complete, trying to make you understand Quran from the Quran, and that's the reason why this will be quite intense, these classes, inshallah. Now, the present tense. Now, this is, I'm not going to read any of this stuff. You can read this. Right. Now, the present tense. With regard to the present tense, like the past tense, they have 14 forms as well. 3 forms are for the third person, 3 forms for the second person, and 2 forms for the speaker itself. And the first 3 forms itself, as I mentioned yesterday, fa'ala, fa, ain, lam is the root word. So in Arabic language, minimum is to have 3 letters in the past tense. You cannot have less than 3 letters in Arabic language. So the minimum letters in a verb are 3. And then when we make present tense, we add a ya in the beginning. We add a ya in the beginning. The fa'ala, which had a dabar or a fatha in the past tense, now has a sukun. It becomes silent. And the middle letter has a fatha, and the last letter has a dhamma. Yaf'alu. Yaf'alu, he did or he will do. Yaf'alani, they both will do or will do or are doing. Then we add, so yaf'alu, yaf'alani, in here we have the ya in the beginning, we add the alif and the noon. Now, I haven't mentioned this before to the students, but I'm going to mention it now just for the sake, because I'm doing Quranic Arabic, and I need to probably mention this now. Even my students from before, this is a new point for you as well to learn. Here, yaf'alani, I said alif and noon. So the alif and noon is being added to make the dual. However, remember this point. I haven't told this before, unless you've studied before. Yaf'alu, you have a dhamma there, correct? What do we have? A dhamma here, yaf'alu. Now, in yaf'alani, in yaf'alani, can we see a dhamma on the noon? Can you see a dhamma on the noon?
No.
No.
What do we have?
Kasra.
Kasra, exactly. So we have this kasra. Now, the reason why we have yaf'alani, now this noon, which comes in the dual, it's actually representing the dhamma, which is visible on the singular itself. So this noon with a kasra, it's representing the dhamma, which is visible on the first letter. So this indicates yaf'alani, this noon with a kasra, represents the dhamma, which is on the visibly seeable on the singular. Because in the Arabic language, the present tense, so write this down, everyone. In the Arabic language, the present tense has three states or three positions. It has three halat, three positions. I'm just going to show you from the Quran so that it becomes clear for you. Let me do the most easy surah, which I prefer to use. I'm going to go to, have a copy of the Quran so that I can show that from the Quran, which make life easier for you. I'm going to give you the surah now. I want to give you, we'll give you juz number 4. Juz number 4. It's going to be juz 4, Separa 4, verse number 92. Verse number 92. Verse number 92. Now, before I explain to this,
Is that Surah Imran?
Surah Al Imran, yes. Al Imran, verse number 92. So let me just I'll keep the Quran open and I'm going to repeat this again and then I'll apply it on the Quran. So yaf'alu, yaf'alani, yaf'aluna. So here we have the dhamma. So the present tense has three states. This present tense which we're doing at the moment is that present tense which is not preceded by any other particle, like lam yalid. In Surah Qul Huwallah, we recite lam yalid wa lam yulad. The word lam, whenever lam, so write this down as well. Inshallah, I'll teach you systematically, but as I'm going through, I want to prepare your mindsets now. So the word lam and mim, whenever lam and mim come in front of the present tense verb, it makes the last letter with a sukoon. It makes it silent. It makes it silent. Like,
could you repeat that, please, Agha?
Yes. Whenever lam and mim comes before the present tense verb, it makes the last letter silent. It gives it sukoon. So from yaf'alu, it becomes, says Shabano, what would it become?
Sorry, say that again.
What would it become? If lam, as I said, if lam and mim comes, it makes the last letter of the three-letter verb or the present tense verb silent. So at the moment it's yaf'alu.
Yes.
So if it's going to be silent, how would you read it?
Yaf'al.
Excellent. Yaf'al. So it becomes lam yaf'al.
Al. Okay.
Okay. Lam yaf'al.
Thank you.
So this is a particle which makes the present tense, the singulars, make it silent. Okay. Now,
okay.
Now,
sorry, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Who's speaking?
Yeah, I'm Sabira speaking.
Yes,
that means you said whenever in present tense the lam and a mim comes, the last letter becomes silent. That's what you said.
That's right. That's right. And then because my whole approach in this is going to be completely different. So that's the reason why I'm teaching this method. Then you see yaf'alani. So I said to yourself, yaf'alani, we have the noon. So this noon with a kasra is representing the dhamma, which is visible there. So yaf'alani. And then we have yaf'aluna. Again, this noon with a fatha here is representing the actual present tense in the state in its original form. So what we're learning here, this present tense, it's in its original form, meaning that there's nothing, no particle preceding it, which is changing the actual state of the present tense verb itself. Is this clear for everyone?
Could you repeat the last bit again, please?
Yes. So let me read this and I'll explain. So yaf'alu, yaf'alani, yaf'aluna. He did, they both are doing, they all are doing. So here, all of these three forms, it's a this is a present tense verb in its original state, because the present tense can have other particles like lam. When it comes in front of the present tense, the singular becomes silent, lam yaf'al. And here, yaf'alani, this noon with a kasra, is representing that the present tense is free from any other particle, which will change the actual composition of the present tense.
So if it had something before it, like for example, just for the sake of saying it, lam before it, then it will not have, it won't be said as yaf'alani. Am I correct?
That is absolutely right.
Finally. Okay.
That means you are saying that if the lam come front of a yaf'alu, then the last lam becomes silent.
No, the noon, it's what happens when, as we said, noon with a kasra here in the dual, it represents the dhamma, which is visible, because it's difficult to have the visible shown on the la. So they add the noon with a kasra to represent the dhamma, which is visible here.
Can you explain the example here?
Sorry. Yes, exactly. Can you
Sorry?
say that so that can you give the example of saying lam yaf? What is it?
So when lam comes, so lam mim, when it comes in front of the dual, the noon is dropped. The noon is dropped. It becomes lam yaf ala.
Yaf ala.
Yes,
okay.
Without the noon with a kasra. Noon with a kasra is dropped.
So always is a rule, or
this is a ruling. This is a ruling of Arabic language. So whenever lam comes, the noon is dropped.
So if the noon there, still we not going to say noon. Noon not gonna be there.
No, we don't write the noon at all. We don't write the noon at all. So it become lam yaf ala.
Lam yaf ala.
Okay.
And lam and a mim gonna come together.
Yes, lam. No, so lam and mim is the beginning, like in Surah Ikhlas, lam yalid wa lam yulad. So the noon, the kasra is dropped, and then yaf'aluna. Again, yaf'aluna. The noon with a fatha is also yaf'aluna is the present tense verb in its original state. But when lam comes, the noon will be dropped.
It's gonna be lam yaf'alune.
Just lam yaf'alu.
Lam yaf'alun.
Yeah, and when so lam yaf'alu, that's it, nothing else.
Okay.
Okay, so in both of these two, Yul and Muthanna and Jama, they both the noon drops.
Yes, exactly. Musarat, excellent. Yes. So in the dual and the plural of all of them, so the dual, plural, dual here, a dual, plural again, except for one place. So all.
Sorry, can I ask one more thing, please?
Yes, go ahead.
So that means it still is gonna mean it's dual and plural when the noon drop, but the meaning is the same.
Yes, very good question. Yes, because we still have the alif here. This alif here is the sign of dual itself.
Okay. Jazakallah.
I'm not gonna.
I don't want to.
Alaikum assalam.
Is it only for lam, or is it for other articles as well?
There are other articles as well. This is only a preliminary. I'm not actually teaching that subject at the moment. I'm just trying to set my just a mindset them. I'm just trying to introduce these things now, so that when I teach them as a part of the Quran, the ayats of the Quran, you will have that understanding that, oh yes, I remember we're doing this itself.
Okay? And it only happens when we have the present tense verb.
Yes, that's right.
All right, thank you, Sheikh.
Yes.
So one more
sister.
question, Sheikh. When I'm writing, I'm just trying to write this down. When lam comes in front of, let's say, the verb yaf'al, it becomes lam yaf'al. The lam meme, is that attached to yaf'al? Does
No,
it
it's
become
separate.
like a single
No,
word? Separate. Okay.
Yeah, it comes separate. Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll teach you this when it comes to when I start the surahs itself, because as I'm doing this, I just wanted to mention a new point so that everyone benefits. So here, let's go back to the lesson now. So your yaf'al, yaf'alu, yaf'alani, yaf'aluna. Then she, you add a ta. So I will go back to this ayah. Give me 2 minutes. I'll go to this ayah and explain something else here. So taf'alu, taf'alani, yaf'alna. So here, taf'alu, we change the ya to a ta. Yaf'alani is they both are doing. And here we have a ta. Taf'alani, they both females are doing. And
Why do we
remember,
change, sir?
the reason why we change them is to represent and denote that this is a female and that is a masculine. That's the reason we change them.
Okay.
Because usually ta we use for the female. That's why, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And then taf'alani and then yaf'alna. In yaf'alna, so yaf'alu, what happens is that the last letter becomes silent with a jazm, and we add a noon with a fatha. So write this down. This noon with a fatha in the sixth form represents they all females. In yaf'alna, this noon with a fatha represents they all females. Is that clear?
Is always.
Yes, that's the ruling. So the noon with a fatha, it's added for they all females, represents they all. So
it's only for present tense.
Yes, even in the past tense, we have dharabna. Remember, dharabna, that noon also represents female. So let me translate now. Yaf'alu, he is doing. Yaf'alani, they both are doing. Yaf'aluna, they all are doing. Female, masculine. Then we have taf'alu, she is doing. Taf'alani, they both are doing. Yaf'alna, they all females are doing. Is this clear so far?
Yes.
But sorry, again, like on the you say it represent the females.
Yeah, let me answer the question, sister. Let me answer this question. In the sixth form, this noon doesn't represent the dhamma. In the sixth form, this dhamma remains intact even if lam comes before it. This is an exception. So in this form and the plural form for the females, this noon does not get removed when lam comes. Is that clear?
Yes.
So basically what you're saying is that in the third person plural feminine, and in the second person plural feminine, the noon represents the female doer, and it does not get dropped with the lam.
Yes, absolutely right. Absolutely. Regardless of, because the present tense has 3 states. And the reason why I have to I'm teaching you all of the 3 states now is that when I start the Quran, you will enjoy it and understand it much better what's happening in the Quran. Because so inshallah, that's the reason why I've actually mentioned this point now. With the other classes, I haven't mentioned this point because it was not appropriate at that time. But in this class, it is appropriate. So yaf'alu, yaf'alani, yaf'aluna. Taf'alu, taf'alani, yaf'alna. Okay. Give me 2 minutes and I'll go to this ayah of the Quran which I opened the Quran for. Then we have taf'alu. Taf'alu means you are doing. You, one male, is doing. Taf'alani, taf'aluna. So here, in the plural of you all boys are doing, we have the waw and the noon, like we had the waw and the noon for they all are doing. So here we had a ya in the beginning. Here in the you all are doing, we have a ta in the beginning. So we have taf'aluna.
So all in this second person masculine, it is ta first,
yes.
right?
Yes. Yes. But there's a mistake on the sheet. What they have done in the sixth, in the they put yaf'alna. That's incorrect. It should be taf'alna.
Yeah.
So all of these 6 forms for the second person, all of them have tas in the beginning.
Yeah, okay. Good.
Then we have taf'alina. In taf'alina, so it was taf'alo for you, one boy is doing, and then we have taf'alina. Taf'alina means you, one female, is doing. So we added a ya and noon extra to taf'alo to make it you, one female, is doing. Taf'alina. And then taf'alani, it's the same as for the masculine and the female. And there are 3 forms exactly the same. Taf'alani, they both females are doing. Taf'alani, you 2 boys are doing. Taf'alani, you 2 females are doing. And finally, this one here, it should be taf'alna, not yaf'alna, it's taf'alna. Again, this noon is representing the females, the plural for females. So this remains intact in all of the 3 states of the present tense verb. Then we have I and we. We add a alif in the beginning. Ana af'alu, I am doing. Nahnu naf'alu, we are doing. Is this clear to everyone? Sister Hasina and Sister Dabir, the newcomers, I'm going to ask them, or Sister,
Yeah,
Sister,
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum Assalam. Is this clear?
Yeah, yes, clear.
Sister Nigar, Behan Nigar, are you there?
Sir, you taught something about Surah Al-Hamd, Lam Yalid.
Yes, I'm listening. I'm just following you.
Okay, brilliant. Muhammad Radha, is it clear for you?
Is it possible for you to change the te from ta from the ya in the thing you sent so that we better guided?
Yeah. I'll change this. I'll change the ya into a ta. I'll do that.
The accent.
I'll do that. Okay. Now let me go to first of all, let me go to this now.
Can I ask this question?
This is, give me 2 seconds, Sister Musarrat. Let me just go to Surah Al Imran, verse number 92. It says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Lan tanalul birra. Lan tanalul birra. So if the lan wasn't there, tanalu is a present tense verb. It should have after the waw a noon. It should be tanaluna. Tanaluna means receive. Receive, okay? So here says lan tanalu. So the word lan is coming in. So this is again another particle which comes in front of the present tense, and it makes the noon in the dual and the plurals dropped. It gets omitted. So it's lan tana. It should be originally lan tanaluna. So originally it was tanaluna, but because of lan, the noon is dropped.
Okay.
And then again, hatta tunfiqu. So the word in Urdu we use infaq, nafqa, expenditure. So here, this is babi. This is a 4-letter verb. Those who've done the 4-letter verb, babi if'al, anfaqa yunfiqu infaq. So here, present tense should have been, if the hatta wasn't there, it should have been tunfiquna. Tunfiquna.
Can I ask something, please?
Yes.
So because you say you drop the noon, to alif supposed to be there, or we put the alif?
Excellent. I wanted someone to observe this, and then I was going to teach you this. Yes. Once we remove the noon, we replace it with an alif in the plurals.
Is a compulsory.
Yes, this is a ruling.
Thank you. Jazakallah.
I didn't want to teach you because I wanted
to show the word is
exactly. It shows the word. It's not in its original state. It's in a different state now. The present tense verb.
Can I ask something, sir?
Who is this?
Zebunisa.
Sister Zebunisa, bismillah.
Yeah, want to ask that you say the lam.
Yep.
Will change the dual and plural. But then to say learn also and hatta also, these
Yes.
all words are changing. So how many there are words which are changing the plural?
Sister Zephaniah, I'm not going to answer this question now because
Please
there are-
don't say. Please don't say. We're gonna
Yeah.
confuse. Don't give us all of that.
Exactly, I'm not. When I start, when I've done all of the present tense, all of the imperatives and all of everything, then I'll tell you how many there are and the different types.
Sorry, Jazakallah.
Okay. The
Yes,
only thing I'll mention is this point. Just write this down. Write the present tense. Write this down. Take this dictation down from me. The present tense. Write this down. Sublique isko. The present tense has. The present tense has 3 states.
Stage.
Yeah, states. S-T-A-T-E-S. Halat.
Thank you.
The present tense has 3 states in regards to its harakat of the last letter. Harakat meaning, the vowels. In regards to the last letter.
Sheikh, will you send it to us because I'm driving. I can't write.
No, Sister Musarrat can send it to you.
Yes, I'm writing it.
Okay, then she'll send it to me. Okay, because
no
I'm
problem.
driving.
No problem, no problem. So the present tense has 3 states in regards to the ending of its last letter.
Yes, I wrote
Okay.
it down.
Right. For example, yaf'alu. Yaf'alu. The last letter has a dhamma. Okay, yaf'alu. The last letter has a dhamma or a pesh. Yaf'alu. Then we have the second state where the last letter of the present tense, singular, the last letter of the singular verbs becomes silent, meaning with a sukoon. With a sukoon. So we become
Yaf'al.
lam yaf'al. Ahsanti. Sukoon lam yaf'al. Number 2. And the third state for the present tense.
Third state. Just a minute. So present tense.
Is the singular verbs.
Is
the singular verbs, the last letter will have a fatha.
The last letter.
Will have a fatha. Lam yaf'ala. So lan. So I'll give you an example. Lan yaf'ala. So lam and so you add lam and noon in the beginning, lam and noon, and then write yaf'ala. From yaf'alu, it becomes yaf'ala.
Lan yaf'ala.
Yes.
अलिफ लगाए सर आगे
नहीं आखिर में जबर
जबर अच्छा लाम के ऊपर जबर
नहीं लाम के ऊपर जबर जी
And we're going to put every single word lan front of them first second as well, lan or lam.
So sister, I've given you examples, giving you lam. So we have yaf'alu, lam yaf'al, sukoon with sukoon, and the third is lan yaf'ala. Okay. So the singular, the pesh or the dhamma changes from a dhamma to a fatha. So whenever lan comes, lan and even hatta. So you can write this down. Lan and hatta are from the same family.
So Sheikh, the first stage will have dhamma, second will have sukoon, and the third will have fatha. Right?
Excellent. Yes. Excellent. That is the 3 states. So normally we, alhamdulillah, I've actually condensed this. This is normally taught in 3 lessons. I've condensed 3 lessons into 10 minutes. So that's normally, these are 3 things which I'm trying to condense it in 1 lesson.
Can you just tell us what lam means, what lan means, and hatta, please?
Yes, I'll do that. So the word lam yaf'al means he did not do. Or he did not do. Lam yaf'al. He did not do.
So lam means basically not.
Yes.
Did not. Yeah.
Yes.
Negation.
Negation, yeah.
This is the present tense, but when lumps attach, it make is past tense. Is that?
That's right. That is right. Again, so from past tense. Lam yafal, he did not do. Okay.
So sorry to interrupt you, but what is going to be the case with la?
La, okay, I'll do this. So it's la means no. There's two types of la, la nahi and la nafi. We'll do this, Muhammad. We'll do this. I'll teach you this afterwards. La is slightly different. La is of two things. So there's one la which comes in present tense, which means la yaf'alu. He is not doing. So la yaf'alu, right. He is not doing. Ek dusra la hai, la taf'al. You should not do.
Okay. So can I ask something?
Just one second. Let me just finish this. Oh, one more thing. The other one, the third one was lan. Lan yaf'al means lan, whenever that comes, it gives the meaning never in the future. Never, it will never be performed or never be conducted. For example, when we say lan yaf'al, means that he will not or never do. Like, for example, in the Quran, it says, Ya Musa, lan tarani, you will never see me. Lan tarani.
That means you will never see me. Allah
yes.
said you will never see me.
Exactly. So the lan itself indicates future negation. Never.
Future negation. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I wanted to ask, sometimes lam emphasize as well?
No.
No.
No. La, there is la with alif la, it never comes for emphasize. There's a different one which comes for emphasize. I'm not going to teach now because I'm teaching just present tense verbs. I'm not.
No, sorry, I miss lam like laqad, like when say laqad.
No. So that's different. Laqad is different. I'm not going to. I'll do this later. Laqad. Laqad manna Allahu. I'll do that later, inshallah.
Okay, jazakallah.
Right. Okay. Let's come back. Yes.
Sorry, can I ask you? You said lantarani, and the only endings with a kasra are in the dual column. So if God is speaking to Prophet Musa, why is he ending with a kasra?
Very good question. So here, very good question. So the actual tarani, the noon and the ya, it's actually a preposition. It's actually a pronoun which has been attached. So the word ni, which normally comes, it's a preposition. The word is tara. Ni is me. It's a pronoun which has been added to the verb, which means you will not see me.
I understand. Thank you very much.
That joins there, right?
Yes, yeah. So the ya has been joined with the noon, which represents
mutakallim.
Yeah, mutakallim. Okay. Good question, Sister Zara.
Thank you.
Sheikh, stage 1, yaf'alu, and
correct.
Then yaf'al, and then stage 3, yaf'ala. They're all in third person masculine.
Yeah, even the second person or the first person, if it's a singulars, you will have the same ruling applying to them as well.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Okay, let's continue.
And hatta, what does hatta mean?
Hatta means until.
Until. We have that in Urdu as well.
Ji.
Hatta. Hatta ke.
Exactly. hatta ke agar rasool bhi aa jaye ye log tabdeel nahi honge.
Sheikh, it was until, right? Until, right?
Yeah, hatta. Yeah, hatta has of course different meanings, but I'm going to just teach you hatta, which means until now. There are other meanings as well, 3 other meanings which I know, but I'm not going to mention this now because I'm still in the preliminary stage. I don't want to burden you with too much information. Sister Dabir, are you okay? Sister Dabir, Sister Hasina, Sister Zainab Ramji.
I've done a little bit before, so I'm okay. Alhamdulillah.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. Because I do apologize. These classes are slightly intense, but just be patient and persevere, and I'll get you through this, as the other students know that we've been through difficult concepts, and alhamdulillah we've actually covered them. So stay with me and listen, and inshallah I'll repeat this again, and I'll teach this as a separate lesson as well, all of these different states of the present tense. I'm just trying to just give you an introduction yet, nothing more than that.
Can we close the Quran now?
Yeah, no, let's start. Let me show you now. So let's go back to the Quran verse of that again, because this is Shahr Ramadan, Mahina, a month. That's the reason why I'm gonna give you examples from the Quran. Now, if you go to the next verse, it says, كل الطعام كان حلا لبني إسرائيل إلا ما حرم إسرائيل على نفسه من قبل أن. So here again,
Which ayah is it?
this is the next ayah of Surah Al Imran, ayah number 93.
93.
It says, an tunazzala. Tunazzala, this is a singular present tense verb. An is coming and is giving the last letter of the present tense a fatha.
Tunazzala, send down.
Okay, to send down.
Tunazzala is hazi, right?
Sorry?
Tunazzala is hazi, right?
Yes. Yeah. So an is coming, present tense. The last letter has a fatha. That's it. I just want to give you examples just to make yourself familiar that the present tense has 3 forms. That's it. And inshallah, I'll come to the present tense 3 forms when it has a fatha, when it has a sukoon. I'll teach you that in the next couple of days, inshallah. Not yet.
What is the meaning of Antunazala?
Sorry, brother, can I go back a little bit?
Yes.
You know, first when you gave the 3 examples of yaf'ala, yaf'alu, yaf'al, and lan yaf'ala.
Yep.
Did that la have an alif with it or just a fatha?
Which one? The last one, yes?
Lan. Yeah, lan.
Is lam and noon. That's it. Lam and noon.
Lan yaf'ala.
Yeah, yaf'ala without a fatha, without an alif. It's just as a fatha.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Let's continue. So let's continue. So we have yaf'alu, yaf'alani, yaf'aluna. So he did, they both are doing, they all are doing. Taf'alu, you are doing. Taf'alani, you both are doing, females. And then yaf'alna, they all females are doing. Taf'alu, you are doing. Taf'alani, you two are doing. Taf'aluna, you all boys are doing. Taf'alina, you one female is doing. Taf'alani, you 2 females are doing. Yaf'alna, sorry, taf'alna, you all females are doing. So remember, this is a mistake. It should be a ta here. Af'alu, I am doing. Naf'alu, I am doing. Muhammad Radha, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Bismillah. Can you read this in Urdu and Arabic and English as well? Bismillah.
Yes, sir. Yaf'alu, yaf'alana, yaf'aluna, taf'alu,
Slowly. Slowly say them, translate in English and Urdu as well, because there are students from India and Karachi as well. Bismillah.
Yaf'alu, he is doing. Yaf'alani, they both are doing. Yaf'aluna, they all are doing.
Urdu.
Correct.
Yaf'alu means वो एक मर्द कर रहा है. यफ़अलान वो 2 मर्द कर रहे हैं. यफ़अलूना वो तमाम मर्द कर रहे हैं.
Very good.
Is it right?
Yes, correct. Durusta.
Okay. Taf'alu, taf'alane, yaf'alna. Taf'alu means she is doing. Taf'alane, she both. They both are doing, female. And yaf'alna means they all females are doing.
Excellent.
Taf'alu, वो एक औरत कर रही है. तफअलाने वो 2 औरतें कर रही हैं. यफअलना means वो तमाम औरतें कर रही हैं.
Excellent.
Should I continue, sir?
जी bismillah.
तफअलो, तफअलाने, तफअलूना means तुम एक मर्द कर रहे हो. You are doing, when say in English. तफअलाने, you both are doing. तुम 2 मर्द कर रहे हो. तफअलूना, you all are doing. तुम तमाम ये काम कर रहे हो.
Excellent.
तफअलीना, तफअलाने, यफअलना, You both females are doing.
आप एक औरत.
आप एक औरत कर रही हैं. तफ़अलाने means you two females. आप दो औरतें कर रही हैं. यफ़अलना means आप तमाम औरतें.
नहीं, यफ़अलना गलती है, या या नहीं होना चाहिए, ता होना चाहिए. तफ़अलना.
तफ़अलना यानी कि आप तमाम औरतें कर रही हैं. अफ़अलु means I am doing. मैं एक मर्द कर रहा हूँ, या मैस्कुलिन फेमिनिन दोनों के लिए एक होगा. नफ़अलु हम सब कर रहे हैं. मैस्कुलिन फेमिनिन दोनों के लिए फर्क नहीं है.
Excellent. Is this clear for everyone?
So one question.
Yep.
You said for female it will be the, and for masculine it will be ye. But here under second person masculine, even it isn't taf'alu.
So
Taf'alani.
yeah. So what was I didn't understand the question again? Can you repeat the question?
Miss, you said for Miss first word is yaf'alu. So
Yep.
that is for masculine. And taf'alu is for feminine.
Yes, feminine. That's right.
Then again for masculine it isn't taf'alu.
Exactly, that's right. That's very good. You observed that. Yes. So the she and you, they share the same verb. It has the same conjugation, but Urdu mein kehte hain, English, the context, siyak or sabak. From the context, you will know whether it's referring to she or whether it's referring to you, masculine itself.
So the ya and the ta that come in the beginning are actually representative of a present tense, correct? Not necessarily masculine or feminine.
The ya and so the ya, ta, alif, and noon, they are the signs of present tense, correct?
It is for Miss you opposite person.
Sorry.
Taf'alu.
So what was the question? I don't understand. Can you, do you repeat the question again?
Yeah, Miss for masculine second person taf'alu is anta. That means for you.
Yes.
Or for me.
For me, it means for taf'alu, anta taf'alu means you one boy, and hiya taf'alu, she is doing as well. She.
Okay.
Okay, brilliant. Sister is for, let me just check. Mr. Farwa Jafri, can you request yourself to come on the mic?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Is it clear for you?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so you were saying it so much confidence, and now I'm going to choose. I'm going to give you a verb then. Okay, let's go ahead. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just find the one which I'm going to give you. I'm going to go change the slide, and then I'm going to give you the other one.
Can we still leave the Quran open, or we?
No, you could close it. You could close it now. Right. I want now here. We have yaftahu.
Okay.
Yaftahu means he is opening. So here, I want you to translate them and say the Arabic as well, please.
Okay, sure. Yaftahu means he is opening. A one person male, third person. And we'll continue with the third person male for now. That's yaftahani, they too are opening. Yaftahuna, they all are opening. Then we're moving to third person feminine, which is taftahu, she is opening. Taftahani, they two women are opening.
Excellent.
Yaftahna, they all women are opening. Now we're going to second person male, which is taftahu, he is, you are opening, you are opening. Taftahani, you two men are opening. Taftahuna, you all men are opening. Now, second person female, taftahina, you one single woman is opening. Taftahani, you two women are opening. Taftahna, you all women are opening. And then for first person, for me, aftahu, I am opening. And for first person multiple, naftahu, we all are opening.
Excellent. Is this clear for everyone? If I'm able to, it's just for us, this is the first time you're doing it. Is it clear for you?
Yes, yes.
Any questions from anyone? Of course, I can't test everyone.
So that is clear, but what is that mazari is written malum and mashmum?
Just only remember this point. Mudari means present tense. Ma'lum meaning the person who is doing the action, we know him. फेल माजी मालूम वो सीगा है कि जहां जो फाइल है इस फेल करने वाला उसको हम जानते हैं.
Okay.
That's what it is. ठीक है?
Sheikh, that is ma'lum, right?
Yes, yes. मालूम जहां जो फेल है उसका जो फाइल है उसको हम जानते हैं. That's what फेल माजी मुदारी मालूम means. That is it. I'll do majhul. Majhul. So I'll tell you the meaning of majhul because it's easy. Majhul वो फेल है जहां फाइल हस्फ किया जाता है और फकत जिस इंसान या किसी फर्द के ऊपर फेल अंजाम दिया गया है उसका जिक्र किया जाता है. For example,
English, Sheikh.
No, that's people from India and Urdu, from Karachi and Pakistan. So that's the reason why I explain that to them. I'll do it in English now. Now, fi'l mudari madhi ma'lum or ma'lum is where the doer of the action is known, and majhul is the passive tense. The passive tense is that the doer of the action is not mentioned, but upon whom the action has been done is mentioned. I'll give you an example. If we said Fataha Aliyun Baban. Fataha Aliyun Baban. Ali opened the door. Ali opened the door. And then if I said to you in the passive form, Futiha al-Babo. Futiha al-Babo. So first example is Fataha Aliyun al-Baba. Ali opened the door. So the door is the object which Ali opened. Fataha Aliyun al-Baba. Ali opened the door. Then we have the passive form, Futiha Aliyun Futiha al-Babo. So the name Ali is not mentioned when we make the passive tense. We only mention the object al-Babo. And the translation for Futiha al-Babo is the door has been opened. Who opened it? We don't know.
So the ha at the end of futiha does not necessarily represent the doer then?
No, no.
That's just, okay, thank you.
Okay. Is that clear now, Sister Kulsum, Bhimani?
But
Yeah,
if
yes,
we have
thank
to,
you.
but if we have to add the name, then we can't say Foteha.
So if you want to add the name, yes, then we wouldn't do Futiha, we do Fataha, correct. Sister Nigat, you got a question? Lam yaf'al lam yaf'al. Is he did?
No, someone asked in the chat that he is doing. So I wrote, no, he did not.
Yes, that's right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, someone asked that.
Jazakallah.
Sheikh, can I ask?
Yes, Bismillah.
Okay, for ma'lum, the action is known, and for majhul, action is not known but done.
No, the action is known, but the doer of the action, the fa'il, the doer.
Yeah.
The doer of the action is not known in the ma'lum, and in the majhul, the doer of the action is in ma'lum. The doer of the action is known. In the majhul, the doer of the action is not known.
Not known. That's what I asked.
Right.
Can I ask one question?
Yes, I'm ending the class now.
Okay, it's same thing. The doer is not there, but it's somewhere else, right? That
Yes.
means, like we say, Kutiba alaykumus siyamu, same thing, right? But
Excellent.
somebody, yes, okay, thank you.
So kutiba sayamu kama kutiba, bismillah, kutiba sayamu kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. So what happens that you deliberately, it can be sometimes intentionally, that you are not mentioning who made the fasting wajib upon you. It's a passive way of saying a command itself. Okay, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajum. Allahumma kulli waliyika al-hujjat ibn Hassan salawatuka alayhi wa ala aba'ih fi hadhihi as-sa'a wa fi kulli sa'a waliyan wa hafidhan wa qa'idan wa nasira wa dalilun ayna hatta tuskinahu ardhaka taw'a wa tumatti'a fiha tawila waj'alna min ansarihi wa shiyatik wa jundik bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. Please, can you have recording?
Yes, I'll send the recording. Now, one question I want to ask from everyone before I end the session is that,
Sir,
just 1 second, please. Especially the newcomers, do you want me to cover, personally, I would like to give you all of the different patterns of the present tense and the different verbs. It's 16 patterns. So like this sheet, there are 16 pattern sheets I need to go through so that I can prepare yourselves for the actual understanding of the Quran. Is all the newcomers happy with that? Do you want me to do that? The other way of me doing it,
please.
the other way of me, just 1 second, please. The other way of me teaching it is that I just teach you the past and present and the imperative, and don't teach you the other patterns on which the present tense and the past tense come, like tanazzalu, inna anzallahu, inna anzallahu. Anzala is a 4-letter verb. So I can teach you all of the different patterns of the present of the verbs, where there are 3-letter verbs, 4-letter verbs, and 5-letter. I can teach you all of that. Or do you just want me to give basic structure and then start the actual explanation of the Quran? What do you prefer me to do?
Basic structure and start the Quran, I believe, then we can learn. I believe that's it. Then we can start the Quran as well on the same time. I don't know about everybody.
We want both.
I agree with Sister Samira, because I think the more we do, it might be confusing. What do you advise though, Sheikh?
So what I'm going to do is this. Personally, what I was planning to do is this, is that I was going to give you the present tense and the imperatives, the past, the present tense, and the imperative. Once I've done this, then I wanted to start the surahs of the Quran, because what I'll be doing, I'll be sending everyone in the groups a handout of the different verbs, all the 14 forms, conjugations of the new verbs which are coming in the Quran. So that is another way which I wanted to do better, because we'll be starting the Quranic understanding quickly. Otherwise, it may take 2 more sessions for me to do this itself.
आधा हो जाएगा और फिर वो शबे भी आ जाएंगी बीच में.
Sir, please share the notes also.
Yes, I'll do that. I've shared the notes already in the group.
Take, when is the next class?
So tomorrow's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So tomorrow I will have a class tomorrow, and then the next class for UK students will be Friday, and for the American students it'll be on Saturday. So there's another session tonight for the rest of the students who couldn't attend because they're working. 6 o'clock New York time, 11 o'clock UK time, and then on Saturday it will be Saturday it will be 6 o'clock New York time, Toronto time, 11 o'clock UK time, and UK is Tuesday and Friday. Tuesday and Friday, the same time, 5 o'clock, inshallah.
So excuse me, UK time 11 means India time will be late night. Time.
No. For India, it will be UK time. UK time 5 o'clock. It will be 10:30.
9:30. Okay.
Yeah. 10:30. Yeah.
Check
So
tonight. What time? What time today?
It's the American time will be at 6 o'clock. New York
today
time.
6 o'clock. You have the same class?
Yeah, there's the same class for the rest of the other students who haven't attended, because there's more students who haven't attended because of they're working in America.
So Sheikh, if we took this